For a long time, I've wanted to get more formally involved in the new space industry. I have been in some way connected with it almost from the very beginning, but as you're probably very aware, the amounts of funding available in it, the number of positions were not that large. I've done my little bit here and there. I and a group of old friends formed Immortal Data initially to do some data, more standard data type things, but I quickly realized that we had applications that would work for NewSpace. We're doing information distribution algorithms, which I won't go into terrible details because I've still got to do the patent work on some of the stuff we're doing. But the idea is data that even if you have it on a rocket and the rocket blows up, using COTS parts, off-the-shelf parts, you can have something like a black box that can retain your data, and you can still recover it from the bits on the ground. Or if you've got other information that you want to keep for long term and want to also keep secure so people can't steal it, our technology allows that as well. Now, every business plan does not survive contact with the market, as the old adage goes. So we started off looking at classic IT product. Very quickly found that there were these possible uses in space industry. We did some NASA SBIR work, and that was what put us onto the idea of applying this to spacecraft. And that then in turn led to contacting some of my old friends in some of the industry. I gave Doug Jones at X-Corps a ring, and we talked about this for a while, and I finally just asked the question of, what do you need? This is marketing 101 question. And after a couple more months of chatter, we came down to an area in which X-Corps really needed somebody to help. And that has led to me having a fairly long-term contract doing work with them, which I unfortunately can't tell you the real details of, other than I'm working on the links directly. This means that when I go into work, and I'm out at Mojave, so when I go into work today, I walk past the business end of a real spaceship, and that is cool.
Do you have any other clients other than X-Corps, or are they the primary and sole client?
Well, we are doing other things as a startup for technology. They are sort of our anchor client that's where we're getting our overhead, which is paying the accountants and other such things. We've got an OEM agreement with a small company, which is more classical office type things that they would put our technology in their product. And of course, the people that we're doing that with are also some of our old space crowd as well. So it's all in the family, as it were.
Now, is there any sort of work that could be done with this that, in case you can't get it to be some sort of indestructible device, is there any way that the data can be broadcast, in the event of some sort of launch failure, so that the data could still be retrieved and stored?
Well, we were looking at some of the broadcast areas, and I'd actually be edging close to one of the things that we'd like to patent. But in our NASA SBIR, we were looking at the possibility of using the falling parts to track the debris pattern.
Tell me about the small business plan. I didn't know that you got one of those contracts.
Well, we put them in. We didn't actually get the contract, but it was that effort that put us on the rails to getting to work with X-Corps. And there are other things we're looking at that similar applications in hazmats at spaceports and such, because they have similar problems. If there is a disaster and first responders come in, you need some way that they can tell what is they need situational awareness. And if your main computer in the facility has gotten burned up, it's nice having something that's a more distributed type of system like what we're looking at.